Hello, welcome to the Avaggio First Steps video series. I'm Rob, an engineer at Avaggio, and this short video is about troubleshooting your printer. Some simple steps to take to show you the path to printer enlightenment. Great, so the first thing we want to do is go to your printer's control panel. There's a control panel that shows you all your printers, all your printer settings, all that good stuff. The very simplest way to get there is just hit your start button in Windows 8 or Windows 7, Windows Vista as well. Just start typing control. And you will have an option for control panel. Click on that. And depending on your view, you'll have category or icons. If you're in category view, as I am, you'll get view devices and printers here. That's highlighted. And if you're in category, it'll look slightly different. I'll use large icons so we can see it. There will just be devices and printers. So we go in there, and if I hide this stuff we're not interested in, we will see our printers. If you do not see your printer here, then there's a connectivity problem of some sort. It might be that the printer's connected up, the cable's okay, the printer's on and working, but Windows isn't seeing it for whatever reason. If this did work and has stopped working, then we probably just need to restart the print spooler. That sounds a bit frightening, but it's quite simple. The easiest way to restart the print spooler is to restart the PC. If you just don't have time for that sort of carry on, I'll show you a slightly more complicated way. If you hold down the Windows key and press the R key, that'll bring up your little run dialog, and you want to type in services.M for Mike, S for Sierra, C for Charlie, and after a brief pause, a brief period of waiting for salvation, that will bring up your services window, and if you scroll down to P, LMNOB, print spooler, there it is. Just click on that, right click, and you'll get a restart option. And doing that will refresh this screen completely. So anything that should be there and isn't should appear subsequent to restarting that little service there. Sometimes your printer can appear here, but it's grayed out. That would indicate that the Windows is seeing the printer okay, the driver's okay, but there's a connectivity problem. It might be that the printer's been turned off. Check the printer. Check there aren't any silly messages on the printer, like there's a jam or paper's out or toner's out. If the printer reports no issues, then it might be the cable. The quickest way to check what sort of cable is connected, if you can't look at it, if it's tucked away behind a wall or underneath a desk somewhere, is to right click and do printer properties halfway down the subtext menu. And we're interested in this ports tab here. If you've got a network connected printer, you will have a port that might have a name or an IP address, which is basically numbers and dots. And depending on your rights to your machine, you'll be able to configure this port, and that'll give you a bit more information. So this is a very interesting number for us if we're using a networked printer. If it's just a standard USB printer, it will just say USB 001 or USB 00, whatever it is, depending on how many USB devices you have plugged into your computer. So it's important to know that if you've got a grayed out or offline printer. If that's the case, simply unplug the cable at both ends from the PC and from the printer and plug them back in. Make sure they're plugged in nice and securely. If you've got an IP address like this for your printer, a good test also to make sure it's online is to type that same address into your web browser. All modern day printers generally have a web-based console that allows you to log into them from that IP address, and you can confirm that everything is hunky-dory on that printer. So that's another good step to try. So if that's all checking out, you've got a printer that's online but still not printing, Another good test is to right click on it and you've got see what's printing. This is a very useful troubleshooting step. If you've got a big long list of documents in this window, it means that one of the document at the top was the document that's failed to print, and it could be that you just need to get rid of that one, and it's holding up all the other jobs behind it. So you get rid of one and all the other jobs start coming through. If that's the case, it's worth just getting rid of anything you see in this window and starting afresh. If that window appears blank, a good step in that window is to go Printer and Properties, and that'll bring up the screen we saw previously, and just do a quick test page and watch the test page go through the queue, see if it gets stuck or if there's any messages or anything like that. If you're still not printing, then it suggests it might be a problem with the drive, or the issue would be more complex than and beyond the scope of this video. But there's definitely a few steps there which will empower you, hopefully, to take a few steps forward and hopefully start troubleshooting your own printer issues, which I know from many years of experience can be incredibly frustrating and have reduced even grown men to tears. I can vouch for that. So yeah, hope you found that video of use. Thank you very much for watching this first steps video. We hope you found it of value. We're adding more to this series every month. I hope you watch these too. Thank you very much. Goodbye.